Hi, Hub Arkush here for Pro Football Weekly as we preview the Monday night game of the week for the 2012 NFL season. It is Philadelphia and Carolina. Here to help me with that is our senior editor, Eric Edholm, who covers the Philadelphia Eagles. Our associate editor, Dan Parr, covers the Carolina Panthers. Guys, you know, after Bears-Niners, to get excited for this one's a little tough, but the way Bears-Niners turned out, we hope this one won't. Dan, I don't think there's anything the Panthers are going to do to rout the Eagles the way that the Niners routed the Bears.
I don't see that coming. Although the Panthers' problem this year hasn't been picking up leads. They've had leads in the fourth quarter in 6 different games this season, yet they have 2 wins to show for it. They've let leads get away. They've just completely unraveled defensively, including back in Week 11 against the Buccaneers when they let a 11-point lead in the fourth quarter get away from them. So don't tune out of this one if it's a lopsided affair late in the game. If the Panthers are ahead, they could certainly let that get away from them.
Eric, I don't know that it would shock anybody to see the Eagles get blown out again. They're not exactly showing up anymore, but I don't think they've got a 49er-like performance in them.
I don't think so either. Nick Foles struggled in his first start. He struggled at the end of his relief appearance of the week before, so I don't know if there's much we can go on from the quarterback position. And Dan, when you look at the Carolina Panthers, they've actually played pretty good defense for the most part. I mean, held Josh Freeman down for 3.5 quarters on Sunday, and for the most part have kept their team in the game. I think it's been the offense that's been the problem. And you can say this about the Panthers, they haven't quit on their head coach yet. I know that's the case in Andy Reid's situation. I mean, the team just hasn't shown up each of the last couple weeks.
Well, Eric, you make a great point about the way the Eagles are playing. And Dan, to their credit, the Panthers are showing up, probably have played their best football the last couple weeks, but I still don't know how they managed to lose that game to Tampa.
Well, like you mentioned the defense, Eric. I mean, they've come through and played 50-minute games, 55-minute games. They just can't get that 60-minute game down yet. And they came up with a big pick 6 last week. They've been opportunistic at times. Luke Kuechly, their middle linebacker, is playing great. Thomas Davis has been playing great. They've got some good production from their defensive ends. I just think that secondary a little susceptible here. We'll see what the Eagles are able to do with their quarterback situation, but Deshaun Jackson and Jeremy Maclin, I think, scare you a little bit when you're relying on Captain Munnerlyn to guard one, of those guys. I still think he is a major soft spot in that Carolina defense that any offensive coordinator worth his paycheck is going to be able to capitalize on and exploit. So you saw down the stretch that secondary collapse and guys just not being in the right spot against Tampa Bay. They're going to be able to get that corrected in a week. We'll see.
Eric, in all fairness to Andy Reid, it's hard to imagine what anybody would do with 4 of your 5 offensive linemen gone. Yep. You got LaShawn McCoy concussed. You've got Mike Vick concussed. All of that said, it does appear that this team has quit on Reid. There really probably is nothing left that Reid can do to save his job.
For all I know, they're going to go 3-13. This is the team we're looking at right now. They don't look like they've got their stuff together. They don't look like they have their assignments down. They just signed Jake Scott, instantly put in the starting lineup. He has a couple false start penalties, and it just shows you how off the page these guys are right now. So I can't assume that anybody's going to be able to get on track in time, and they're going to improve at the quarterback position.
Dan, it's impossible to know what Ron Rivera's future is with nobody in the GM job, but do you get any sense as to whether Jerry Richardson would like to encourage a GM to keep Rivera or find a new coach?
I think Jerry Richardson is running out of patience fast with the way that this Panthers team is just fading down the stretch of games. That's a very concerning thing. It's one thing to lose. It's one thing to be showing that this team has the talent to compete against teams and win games and then not do it. I think he thinks Ron Rivera should be getting more out of this team than he is. And he has 2 years left on his contract. Does Jerry Richardson want to eat the final 2 years of that deal to send him away? He wouldn't like to, but right now the Panthers and Rivera, I think, are making it very hard, not making much of a compelling case right now to stay the course with Ron Rivera. We'll have to see what happens with the GM situation, but right now I don't think it looks very good for Ron Rivera at all.
All right, and forgive us Eagles and Panthers fans. We'd love to be making some chicken salad here, but it's a little tough. It is prediction time. They're going to play a game. Could be some good football. Which way do you see this one going?
I'm going to go with the road team to the point I made earlier. It doesn't appear the Panthers have given up at this point. They still appear to be playing hard. They at least have a quarterback who can make some plays. And this Eagles defense, guys, has been terrible, especially in the secondary. I thought the safeties played a miserable game on Sunday against the Washington Redskins. So I'm going to go with Panthers. I know they've been terrible in close games under Rivera, but I think they're the team that actually gives a care about this game.
I think the Panthers may care more. I just don't think that's going to be enough for them. They care week after week after week, and they keep losing. I know that the Eagles have so many issues and look like a team that doesn't care. I'm not convinced that the Panthers are going to keep playing like they care. I'm going to be interested to see at what point does this team stop pretending like it really wants to win games.
You know, guys, it's hard for me to even consider the Eagles not knowing if Shady McCoy is going to go. I don't worry about Mike Vick so much. Without Shady McCoy, I don't know how the Eagles win the game no matter where it's played. The Panthers are trying. You've got all those injuries on the Eagle defensive line. I got to assume the Panthers are the better football team right now. That'll do it for our preview of Monday Night Football. For all the best in news, notes, and analysis, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, everything you want to know about the NFL, make sure you stay at ProFootballWeekly.com.